My love, before we begin today's episode, I need to let you know about something very exciting that is happening inside of the Queen of Confidence business. For many of you that listen to this podcast, maybe you are doing your own business. Maybe you have a big vision or mission and you want to change the damn world, similar to me. You want to get on stage, you want to speak. Maybe you have a book inside of you that you want to publish. Or maybe you have your own podcast that you're wanting to expand. You want to become the go-to in your space. You want to not be the world's best kept secret anymore. You want to explode your brand. You want to impact millions around the world and become the queen bee of your industry. If this is important to you and you want to learn from me, I want to let you know that the Queen's Table is now open for applications. The Queen's Table is a 6-month intimate mastermind coaching group with a very small amount of women. This is the only time that I will be supporting women at this level. I am doing one-on-one coaching with them. They are learning from all the experts, from book publishers to TEDx heads to people that are teaching about podcasting, people that are teaching about how to craft keynotes. We are learning about PR and media. In this 6-month program, you are going to become the go-to in your space. This program is obviously only for women who are already high-level experts at what they do. If you are just starting your business, this is not it, okay? The Queen's Table and taking your seat at the table is for those of you who are ready. You are like, let's fucking go. I'm ready to step up. I'm ready to own my space. I'm ready to amplify my visibility and my impact and completely turn up the volume on my business and make that shit happen. If that is for you, I want to invite you to head to the link in the show notes and click on there, have a read of the page, see if it's for you. We've only got 9 spots for this next intake happening in early 2025. I am personally meeting with every applicant that is acceptable. If you fill out the application and everything looks good, we will jump on Zoom and I will tell you about the program. I'll ask you questions to see if we are a good fit because, as I said, it's curated, it's very small, it's very intimate. This is the smallest group I've ever ran. I usually have 300 to 500 women in a program. So this is really small and intimate. And it has been so amazing to witness the women in the Queen's Table absolutely make some fucking moves. So if that is of interest to you and you want to know how I've done what I've done, no gatekeeping, I'm going to let you in. You're going to get my black book of contacts. I'm going to support you individually, one-on-one, to absolutely claim your damn space. If that's for you, click the link in the show notes and let's get into today's episode.
Hola, hola. It's your girl, Erica from America. Welcome to the Confidence Chronicles podcast. This podcast is all about helping you stand in who you are. Stop giving a fuck what people think about you. Start standing as your fully expressed self. As you are, queen, as is, there is no filter needed. You are fucking awesome. And I am here to remind you, I'm a confidence coach, a business mentor, a speaker, an author, and I am obsessed with women standing up, showing up, and creating their confidence. And I cannot wait to dig into today's episode with you.
Hello, my darling. Okay, voice is still not 100%. No surprise there. But it's okay. We're rocking with this. We are rocking with it. I just wanted to firstly say that I'm so grateful for your support. I'm grateful for you listening to the podcast. I'm grateful for you following on social media. I'm grateful for you messaging me, sending me your DMs, tagging my podcast on your stories, sharing it with women in groups on Facebook, with your mother's groups, with the people at work. I'm just really deeply grateful for you. And if I haven't said it enough on the podcast, thank you. Gracias. Un millón de gracias. I can't exist without you. The podcast goes nowhere without you. We are over 3 million downloads and listeners in 218 countries. I think 219. I got to be honest, as an American, I didn't even know there was 218 countries. So I hear you, I see you all over the world listening and jamming to this podcast. Thank you for letting me be your big sister on the Bluetooth, kicking your ass with love and, just encouraging you, reminding you, inviting you, sometimes bitch slapping you with love to believe in yourself and to go for the shit that you want. I just want to say thank you as we begin this. So we are getting to the end of 2024 and I'm on the precipice of my second book, Becoming Magnetic, coming out. This year was a big year for me, not only because I got my TEDx talk and I got the book, but my speaking engagements went through the roof. I really focused on it, and there were strategic things that I did, and I'm sharing with the women inside of the Queen's Table. And next year, more of those of you out there who want to speak on stage, those of you who want to dominate, who want to get your message out there, who want to get paid to speak, who want to be on stages connecting with audiences. I have something very exciting coming next year. And obviously inside of the Queen's Table, I'm teaching them everything from crafting their keynote to taking up spaces to pitching themselves for conferences. It's been incredible. But one of the things that I've seen inside of the Queen's Table and speaking to women who want to join the Queen's Table or who say they want to be the queen bee of their industry or who say they want to dominate their personal brand or who say they want to grow and level up and impact millions, get on stages, write books, just turn the dial up on their impact, on who they came here to be, on the noise that they make, on their personal brand, and on their speaking, podcasting, all the things we like to do. So what I've seen is that there are a lot of people that say that they want to do these things. There are a lot of people who think in their mind extraordinary things. They think about the dreams that they have. They think about the telling of their story. They think about the impact they can make. Some people think about the money they can make and what that money is going to do for their lives and their lifestyle and their families. And many of us have a big vision implanted in our hearts, whether you're working at corporate and it's for your leadership team or the organization you run, or for your own growth as a career progression, or you work for yourself and you run a business and you know you're here to help multiple people. No matter where you are on this, I know many people have a vision and a big dream. And a lot of the women I speak to have extraordinary dreams. And I think it's very incredible and amazing to have these delusional, wild, crazy, almost irrational, extraordinary dreams. I think it's fucking amazing. What I think is delusional, though, is when you act ordinary as fuck. When you act ordinary and you show up as an ordinary person, doing ordinary things, thinking in ordinary ways, taking ordinary action or not taking any action. When you act ordinary, but you say you want extraordinary, there's a mismatch. Something's not working. Something's not lining up. There's an incongruency and an inauthenticity that comes with that. Because you're telling yourself in your heart and soul and your mind, I really want to do this thing. I want to be huge. I want to go out there. I want to impact. I want to have the big moves. I want to make the big moves. But you're not making the moves. You're making ordinary moves, small moves, or no moves. Your fear is blocking you and stopping you. Your worry about what other people are going to think about you and you looking to the sidelines is distracting you and taking your energy. Your comfort is killing you. The point in the fact that you don't have to, so you don't, is killing you. Thinking that you know already what to do, having your cup full and overflowing with content and data and information, however, not having the knowledge, not having the results in your life is fucking with you because you think you know. Therefore, you're a full cup that no one can pour into and no one can guide and no one can teach and no one can give. I can't teach someone who comes to me with a full cup talking about, I want to learn how to do this thing, but your cup is overflowing with information. That's ego. I can't help you. You already know. When I step into spaces with mentors, when I invest lots of money on myself, whether it's in mentorship, therapy, spiritual healing, retreats, business coaching, programs, university, I'm at university right now, I am an empty cup. I'm sitting there like a sponge that's dry as fuck, trying to get wet, right? Like I'm like, soak it up. I know nothing. I am open. I am a blank canvas. I forget about everything I know because guess what? Guess what? If somebody has something you don't have, if somebody is making the money or having the impact or getting on stages or writing books, if somebody has something that you currently don't have, their health, their wealth, great relationships, confidence, whatever, and you don't have it, consider that they know something about it that maybe you don't know. Maybe there's something for you to learn. And in order to learn this thing that you want to learn, and in order to get the results that you don't currently have, you have to be willing to do something that's not ordinary. Do something that you're not doing. Do something out of this world. I'm not saying burn out. My nose is getting itchy because when I start speaking the truth, the shit gets itchy. So the invitation is there. We have to stop bullshitting ourselves. We have to stop saying that we want something, but we're not willing to do the thing required to get that thing. And as the quote says, right, like, if you keep doing the same thing, you're going to get the same results. And to think it's not going to happen is insanity. You do what you do, you get what you get. You do something different, you get something different. And maybe you don't know what the different thing is. Maybe you need to learn what the different thing is. Maybe you need to hire someone to give you the different thing. Maybe you need to join a community of people doing the different thing. Maybe you need to get around the different thing. But doing what you do is going to get you what you get, and that's cool. But if you say you want something, here's what I think, to be honest. I have to be direct, right? I love you, but I have to tell you this. What I think is that it sounds cute. It sounds sexy. It sounds nice. We live in the vision and the dream of what it could be like. Oh, it sounds fucking amazing. I love that. I would love that. But here's what you won't love: the climb to get there, the process to become it, the journey it takes, the hike, the mission, the absolute hike, the sweat, the blood, the tears, the difficulty, the discomfort, the going against the grain, the criticism, the lack of belief, the sleepless nights, the conversations that are very uncomfortable, the risk, the spiritual poos, the stomach butterflies. It's absolutely uncomfortable. You think people are out here doing extraordinary shit, taking risks, backing their dreams, backing themselves, walking in blindly? Even if you plan, I plan so much, I make plans. But guess what? At the end of the day, I gotta walk. I gotta walk that tightrope. And I hope I don't fall, and I hope I pack my fucking parachute. And if not, I hope I have fucking wings and I can fly. I believe I can fly, right? Like, what else are we gonna do? I'm gonna be on the edge looking, wishing I could tightrope, wishing one day, watching others, oh, I know I can be the best. Why don't you try it? Go out and do it. The wind feels very scary when you're walking on one fucking leg on that tightrope. It's fucking risky. And the view that the person that's walking on the tightrope has in the middle when they're halfway to the other building, you'll never see that. You can't intellectualize that view. You could get a fucking drone and try to think about how it's going to work and what would happen. But until you walk, take the fucking steps, do the extraordinary, act extraordinary, take the risks, become the person that you want to become step by step, get around people like that and walk that tightrope, it will be a conceptual, intellectualized idea in your mind that you know nothing about, but you think you know. And that's the worst knowledge. When you think you know, you have data, you got content. That's not knowing. And I want to tell you, it's very easy to say you want to do unthinkable, crazy, wild shit. And when I think about the people that I love and I look up to, they have been the ones that are willing to be different. They're willing to be crazy. They're willing to be looked at and look stupid or silly or irrational. They have no proof that this is going to work. They don't have a fucking guarantee. You know what the guarantee is? I guarantee you nothing's going to go off in your life if you stay small and shrunk. I could guarantee you that. The only guarantee you have is your fucking self. People invest in the stock market, in Bitcoin, in buying houses and property. That shit goes up and down and changes like the fucking wind. You know what will never, ever change? The investment I make in myself. It's the ROI that I get and I back every single time. When I level up myself and I get knowledge and information and education, I become the best version of myself. I can do whatever the fuck I want. And the best part is, it doesn't matter what the market is doing. It doesn't matter what the Bitcoin is doing. It doesn't matter what anything is doing. Property, development. I get to decide the investment I make in myself, what happens with that. By the actions I take and what I do, that's where it goes down. I have that knowledge, I have that awareness. The difference between you and someone that you look up to, who is where you want to be, is information, education, and action. They have the correct information, they are educated and skilled, and they take the right action. You could know the stuff and take the wrong action and not end up in the same place where this person is. It's so nuanced. And I really want to say to you, if you do have extraordinary vision and dreams, make sure that it is matching the person that you are day to day. Make sure you're not feeding yourself a pipe dream. And listen to me, you don't have to have extraordinary vision. You don't have to do any legacy, big ass shit. If you don't want to, I spoke to someone the other day that was like, I just want enough money to live a good life. Fantastic. Fucking do that. But some people want this big vision and this big impact and this big Oprah legacy, but they won't get their ass off the couch. They can't be fucked. They can't be bothered. Oh, it's too hard. They're comfortable. You know what happens when you get uncomfortable? You move or you die. And most people move. When discomfort comes, you freeze or you fucking stand up and fight. And if you've had trauma and if you've had difficulties and you've built up your resilience, you're probably going to get up and fight. And I'll tell you now, for my own self, in my business, I was not moving. I was comfortable as hell. I was working, getting paid $80K a year, pretty comfortable in my contract job, had my kids, my husband, everything was cool, cruisy. And then Gary Vee got in my ear. Maybe I'm Gary Vee to you. Got in my ear and was like, bitch, please, who you think you is? Nobody's coming knocking at your door. Nobody gives a fuck about your story, Erica. Nobody cares about who you think you are or what you've done in the world. So what? Woe is me. You have a sad story. Oh, well, who cares? So what? Get in line. How many people don't have a sad story? How many people don't have hard shit they've experienced? A lot of people. So what? What makes you special? Tell your story. You build your audience. You speak. You tell people who you are. You get into their ear. You share your shit. You tell us about yourself. Make me give a fuck about you. Ooh, it was the best slap he ever gave me. It's because of Gary Vee that I started my business, that I started this podcast in my fucking car. My nose is really itchy now. That I started my Instagram, that I started my everything because of Gary Vee, my YouTube. And he was right, dead ass, he was right. I was sitting here thinking, I have this great story inside of me. I have all this impact I want to make, but I'm fucking working my 9 to 5. And I'm intellectually thinking about how great it would be, how good I could be at it. If only I could do it. What's stopping you? You. That's what's stopping you. Your comfort is stopping you. Listen, I don't wish this upon any of you listening to this. I don't wish for you to get sick. I don't wish for someone you love to die. I don't wish for your finances to hit rock bottom. But guess what? When this shit happens, that is when we are made. That is what makes us does not have to break us. I got pushed to the edge. We had no money. We were fucked financially. Had 2 kids, bought a Tiguan. Horrific time to start a business. My husband's like, are you crazy? And I'm like, if I don't do it now, when the fuck am I going to do it? The worst time to invest in yourself is usually the best time. It's not convenient, air quotes. Yeah, duh. This shit is not safety net. What's exciting about walking on the tightrope when there's a fucking mattress under you and you're only 2 feet up in the air? There's nothing exciting about that. That's not risky. That's safe as fuck. Cool, be safe. But don't say you want extraordinary acting safe. You want extraordinary doing basic ass ordinary shit. It's not going to match and it's not going to work. And you don't get a guarantee. You don't get to see how shit's going to work out. You're the one that backs yourself. And I believe it's in the hardest moments when you're about to fall, when you're pushed to the edge, when you have nothing else to give, when there is no fucking safety net, that your ass walks on that fucking tightrope. Matter of fact, you run. You start balancing and bouncing and fucking doing flips in the air and shit. Because you're pushed to that edge. And we cannot intellectually go to that edge. We must feel and experience that edge. That is life, that is living on the edge, that is extraordinary. Then you get those results where people are like, whoa, how the fuck did you do that? How the fuck did I do it? I didn't even know. I was so pushed to my edge. I was so scared, but there was nothing else I was going to do. There is no other way out. There's no plan B, C, D, F, G. My husband's not going to protect me. The money in the bank account is not there. I don't have my parents to fucking call on. I don't have a 9 to 5. I don't have a rich partner. I don't have a fucking whatever, trust, whatever the fuck. It's on me. And I back myself and I show up in extraordinary ways. Then I get extraordinary results. That's how it is. In my eyes, that's what I see. So if you've been sitting in your shit, if you've been wanting and wishing for something great and extraordinary to come and fucking hit you over the head, it's not going to. It's not going to. It's inside of you. And if you want it, you have to show up for it. You have to be scared. That's why my first book, Confidence Feels Like Shit. The truth about confidence and what it really takes to create it. What it really takes is you risking everything. What it really takes is you being criticized, being made fun of, falling flat on your fucking face and breaking your chin and bleeding. What it really takes is you bouncing back up every time you fall. People are pointing the finger at you. You feel uncomfortable. You're doing spiritual poos. You're so sick. Every time I get on stage, I'm fucking scared. Are you kidding me? I'm so scared all the time. I'm never like, I got this. I know what's happening. I don't know what's going to happen, but I intend on what's going to happen. And I envision on what I desire. And I show up as the woman who already fucking has what she wants. And I act a motherfucking accordingly. I act accordingly as the woman who already has what she wants. And I dream big and I act big and I be big and my shit is big. But if I dream big and act small, if I dream big and cover myself, box myself, sleep my way into it, relax myself, can't be fucked, can't be bothered, question and second guess, look to the sidelines, I will trip off that rope. So I want to encourage you that if you have a vision and a dream and it's extraordinary, ask yourself, am I taking extraordinary action? My big dreams, am I taking big action? Am I bold? Am I big? Am I large? Am I larger than life? And doesn't mean you're fucking loud, by the way. Don't tell me that shit, introverts listening to me. You could be a fucking introvert and not be crazy. I'm also not telling you to burn out. No, that's not cute. What I'm saying is, don't let the big vision in your mind become a pipe dream. How are you going to show up to create that vision? Who are you going to be? What are you willing to do to make sure that your vision comes to life? Because no one's coming to do it for you. No one's coming to save you. Listen, let me tell you, I got a book deal with Penguin. Cool. So what? I got speaking engagements. Cool. So what? I got put on speaking circuits in America. Cool. So what? You think that's the golden ticket? It's not. The agencies, the speaking bureaus, the this, the that, nobody's dangling a carrot going, this is going to be the one thing that blows you up. There is no one thing. You know what the one fucking thing is actually? It's you. You're it. It's fucking you. You're looking at it in the mirror. So ask yourself, what are you willing to do if you want extraordinary? And are you currently acting in extraordinary ways, or are you being ordinary? That's my question to you. I love you, and I'll see you next week.
Thank you so much for listening. I freaking love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for your ears and your energy and your attention. Thank you for letting me into your world. And thank you so much for listening and tuning in to this podcast. There are so many podcasts you can listen to, and I deeply, deeply, for real, appreciate you listening to mine. Do me one big favor, one big thing. Please share this episode or this podcast with a woman who you know needs to hear this. This is my mission on planet Earth, to serve as many women as possible so that we could show up, stand up, speak up, and create the confidence and the life that we desire. I appreciate you, my love. I will see you on the next episode.